is being presented. Excuse me. This session is being presented by the Human Development Center at LSU. It is the Post-Secondary Apprenticeship for Youth, also known as Paycheck. And our presenters for this session are Carmel Polk, who's an experienced transition support specialist with Paycheck. Also, Brianna Nopins, who is also a transition employment specialist with Paycheck, and Michael Curry, who is a transition specialist with the Human Development Center's North Shore Paycheck program. They also have some students with them, Cameron Bailey, Dorian Womack, and Carter Canali.
Yep.
I hope I said that right. They'll correct me if I'm wrong. And I know that they are led by one of our dear friends and collaborators, Sue Killam. And I know Sue's not here today, but I just wanted to give her a shout out for all of her work around employment for people with disabilities. So without further ado, I will turn it over to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Carmel Polk, and I am the transition specialist in the New Orleans area with the Paycheck program, the Post-Secondary Apprenticeship for Youth, a pathway to employment. I'll let my colleagues go ahead and introduce themselves.
I am Michael Curry. I'm the transition specialist for the North Shore Paycheck program.
Hello, I am Brenna Nopins, and I am the transition specialist in New Orleans.
Innovative collaboration. So Paycheck is an innovative collaboration between the Human Development Center at LSU Health New Orleans, also known as HDC, Louisiana Rehabilitation Services, also known as LRS, the public school systems, and employers in the community. A pathway to employment. Paycheck is a 3-semester program helping young adults between the ages of 18 to 22 transition to life after high school. So stop 1 would be post-secondary courses. Stop 2 would be work-life skills training. Stop 3 will be career exploration. Stop 4 will be internship. And stop 5, of course, will be employment.
All right, so stop 1 on the pathway to employment is post-secondary courses. So this is when students, upon entering into the program, they will register for classes at the local community college. And this is great because they will be in a college environment with same age peers, which is really important to transitioning into adult life. Some examples of classes that a lot of our students will take are college career success skills, fitness, and customer service. Some students will also take intro classes into specific careers that they're interested in. Some examples would be like auto careers, auto shop, as well as animal care. Additionally, some students will even do certificate tracks, which means they'll graduate from Delgado with a certificate in a field that they want to work in. Some examples of that are graphic design, early childhood education, and culinary classes. And this kind of goes to show that this piece is really customizable and can be adapted to a lot of different people, and we can always find a class for any student. And talking about customizable pathways, here's another example of kind of what we do to make sure that this experience is customized to each student and their needs. So upon entering into the program, a student will meet with their transition specialist and they'll complete a STAR plan. And you can see that on the screen here. And STAR plan stands for Students Transitioning to Adult Roles. And so this specific STAR plan is for a student named Luke, who actually works with Michael. So I'm going to let him talk a little bit more about the STAR plan and how it works.
Yeah, so this was a STAR plan that we made for Luke, one of my students from the North Shore. You can see he attended St. Paul's on the graphic. The whole point of this is for families educators and the student all to work together to create goals to guide the transition pathway for the student in the future. So it looks like a lot right now, but you can see that there's arrows pointing into the stars. On each of the arrows is an area of the student's life that we want to set goals for. It would be is education, independent living, self-determination, community, and apprenticeship, which will be the jobs that they get eventually. So on each of the legs, we create things that they want to accomplish. The arrows pointing into the star are the action steps on how they're going to accomplish those goals. And then the star would be the overarching goals for the student that they want to accomplish in their life. And that helps guide the customizable pathway for the student and helps us know what goals the student wants to accomplish.
Thank you, Michael. So continuing on with the pathway, we get to stop 2, which is work and life skills training. So this is when students will practice work and life skills one-on-one with their transition specialist in the community. Some examples of life skills training include bus training and navigation. So that's getting to and from work, errands, appointments, and figuring out how they're going to do that. And we support them in that way. Self-advocacy and self-determination is a big one. That would be speaking up for themselves, asking a professor for help on an assignment, reaching out to us if they need anything, any support in any kind of way. Some examples of skill training would be resume writing, interview skills, and job exploration. So working with the student to make sure their resume reflects them really well and prepares them for applying for jobs and things like that. And so on this slide is a photo of a past paycheck participant. And he is working on his financial literacy skills, making a debit card purchase. And that's something they will also work on with us in this area.
Okay, and stop 3 is career exploration. This is where we talk to the student about maybe some of their career goals, where they envision seeing themselves working in the near future. And we'll identify locations with the students that they want to visit in order to see if that's a good fit for them, see if that's something that they're interested in. So we do this through worksite visits. We'll go to many different places in the community, restaurant, health clubs, bakeries, ice cream shops, wherever the student's interested in. And we'll kind of just talk about the different skills required to be able to have that position, the different jobs in that work site, and other skills that you may need in order to be successful in that position. This really helps our students gauge whether or not they are interested in that position, or if this is something that they're capable of or want to be capable of doing. And then once they identify a work site that they think they want to continue down that path towards, then we'll talk to the employer and try to set up a job shadowing date, which would be 1 to 2, maybe 3 hours of our students shadowing an employee in a position that they would be willing to work in. And here you can see Cameron, who's actually with me now. He went to Peace, Love, and Little Donuts and was able to fully show the employer what he was capable of while seeing if that is something that he wanted to do. Actually, this graphic, he had a good time there, but he actually learned that this is something he didn't want to do, which is honestly just as helpful as learning something you do want to do. So this is a really great part of the program, and it leads us to our next stop, which is going to be paid internships. So after our students understand more of what they want in a job, we actively go search for these jobs. We'll talk to employers, we'll try to set up interviews, and we'll see if they can get a position for a 10-week paid internship that's fully reimbursed through Louisiana Rehabilitation Services. So our students get the chance to gain work experience. The employers get a fully paid employee for 10 weeks, and the transition specialists work with them the whole time to help train them on anything that they may need, help them advocate for themselves, talk to their bosses, sign in, sign out, whatever they may need. We help make that happen and help them gain the skills that they need. And it works out great for employers and the employees because the employers are able to gauge whether or not it's going to be a good fit, and they have a great fully trained employee by the end of the 10 weeks that they haven't paid $1 for. And the student has a chance to see if that's definitely something that they want to do and if they want to pursue it. And if they do want to pursue it, then we go into stop 5, and that will be employment. That'll be after the training and the internships, the student will decide where they want to go or where they want to be employed. And as most of the time, the employers let them choose because it works out a lot in the student's favor because they're fully trained by the time they're coming out of their internship. So our involvement in this, the transition specialist involvement in this process would be checking in from time to time. And at the end of 90 days, if the employer's happy with it, if the employee's happy with it, then we'll get them fully placed and they will exit the program. However, if a student is ever dissatisfied with, even after the 90 days with their career, then they can always come back to the paycheck and the transition specialist will help them place them in another job. But at that point, they would only be receiving job placement services. Okay. And with that, I would like to introduce our first participant, Cameron, who's here with me right now. You can say hi if you want.
Hello, my name is Cameron Bailey. Nice to be with y'all today. Thank you very much.
Okay. Cameron's been a student in the North Shore program for 10 months now, where he's learned many skills. He's been able to, one of the first things we taught him is how to transport himself to and from the community areas that we're meeting, whether that's a library, a work site, wherever we're going to get that community exposure. He's learned to completely Uber on his own, and he's been very successful at that. He has had great success in advocating for himself at school when he has a problem at school or whenever he wants to be in a specific class. He knows who to go talk to, and how to help himself live a more self-determined life. He has explored a lot of places. He's always expressed interest in wanting to work at an ice cream shop. So we went to literally probably 10 ice cream shops, and he was able to learn how to communicate with employers, learn what it took to work at an ice cream shop. And it was a great experience for him. And then we went to 2 different health clubs. We went to Stone Creek and Franco's Athletic Club. Franco's offered a summer camp counselor position, which Cameron was actually very interested in. And he was able to receive a full 10-week internship there, where he has been basically running the PE classes in the morning. So he's been setting up games, helping the group counselors with all the kids, making sure that all the kids are happy and accounted for. He's been able to advocate for himself at work, when to schedule off, whenever there's a problem that arises. He can speak to his boss. He has that open communication. And yeah, we've just been really proud of how he's handled the situation. And now we're gonna hear a little bit more from him and see what he has to say about the program. So I'm just going to ask him a few questions and he's going to answer for everybody.
Hello.
You want to smile? Come on, Dan. Okay. So what did you learn that helped you get a job? What are some skills that you've gained through our program?
I've learned how to Uber places from different places. I've learned how to Uber like a vehicle, like from, I've been moving around to different places a lot. It's been really helpful. And I've also learned how to talk about interviews and job sites and stuff. I've learned how to talk with people that I haven't not really done before. And it's been really great. And it's been a pleasure. It's been really great.
Great. So what did you learn when we went to the different ice cream shops or health clubs? What are some things that you learned whenever we went there?
My favorite part about learning was learning about the tasks they do or something like that. It was really good about learning different tasks and learning about what you do at different places and things like that. And it was really helpful.
Yeah, you kind of were able to gauge.
Yes, it was good.
Gauge what you wanted to do, what you're interested in.
It's good.
Okay. And how was your experience at the Franco's?
It's been good. I've been really good. I've learned how to sign in and out of the job. I've learned that. And I've also learned how to set up game equipment, learned how to talk to my bosses and talk with campers, counselors about just pretty much about work experiences. It's been really good.
Yeah, you've enjoyed it there?
I've enjoyed it. It's a really good job.
Great. So how do you think your life changed? What are some things that you can do now that you couldn't do before?
I've learned how to talk to my boss about times off and stuff, and I've worked around my schedule for what days I like to work and what days I would like to be off. I've talked to my boss about that, and I've also learned how to engage in conversations with my bosses and counselors and things like that, and just trying to be nice to kids and stuff. It's been good.
Good. What's the most exciting thing about the program to you?
My most exciting part about the program would be the job training sites, the interviews, because you get to experience some things. So interviews are really good for practice. So if you have a first interview, it's good for practice, just in case if you have another job. It's good to be practiced about the questions that are asked for. It's really good for the next interview that I'll probably do soon. It's been really good practice, so can't wait for that to do that again.
So you like being out in the community?
Yes, I love being out in the community, meeting people. I like all that. It's really exciting.
Great. And you like that paycheck?
Yes, the paycheck program is really good. It's been helpful a lot.
I meant the actual money.
Oh, the money is really good.
Okay. Okay, we can go on to the next. Thanks, Cam. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
You did great.
Thanks. I thought you were talking.
Can y'all see the next slide, which is Dorian?
We can see it, but we're seeing it in presenter view, I think.
Thank you. How about now? Is that better?
No.
It's the same.
View.
How about now?
Yes.
Yes, it's good.
All righty, we're on to participant 2, Dorian. I am his transition specialist. All right, so Dorian took courses at Delgado Community College, and some of the courses that he took was college success skills, first aid, and customer service. Dorian really enjoyed customer service because it led to him learning things about having a job. His first internship, which was at Ideal Market, and now he works at Big Lots. For his work in life skills training, Dorian was taught how to catch the bus. Dorian caught the bus to and from Delgado to take classes every day. Once he was placed in his first internship, he used the bus to get to and from work as well. And now he catches the bus to get to and from Big Lots, where he works now. Dorian was interested in working in a grocery store or department store. For his internship, he wasn't really familiar with Ideal Market, but he absolutely loved it there. And for his internship, he actually wanted to work at Big Lots because it's a store that he frequents often with his mom. It's in his neighborhood, and he just felt really comfortable there. He loves the employees and loves just helping the customers in the store. So we have a video where I interviewed Dorian about his time and experience with Paycheck, and we will watch it now. Hello, everyone. I'm Carmel Polk, and I am a transition specialist with the Paycheck program. And today we're going to be interviewing one of our Paycheck students, Dorian. I'll let him introduce himself to you guys.
Okay, hello, okay, my name is Dorian, and I'm from the Paycheck program.
All right, Dorian. So I'm going to ask a few questions, okay? I want you to talk about your experience at Delgado. What did you like about it? What classes did you take?
I took the computer class.
Mm-hmm. Did you enjoy going to Delgado every day?
Yeah.
Okay. You made a lot of friends there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to hear. So talk about one thing that you learned in the community to be able to work.
And get the RTA bus and all that. I caught the 91 bus.
I know you used it to go to school and when you had your internship, right?
Oh yeah. I caught two buses for idea. Yeah, I caught the
Right.
I caught the lapel go. Then when I got over there, I caught the every time. Caught that when they come and go. I mean, caught going to work and coming back from work. Yeah.
Okay, so that is awesome. Being able to catch multiple buses to get to and from work. Great job, Dorian. All righty. So talk about your experience at Ideal Mart, your internship.
Okay, my experience was good, and I did. Let's see, my experience was good. All the people liked me over there, and they were friendly, and let's see, I was doing let's see, okay. First, I did the first I was the bag, and second, then I was doing the little coding. I had to push them up. I had to put some coding in the ice box or push them up, whatever I did. Whatever I did. And then that time I did they put the packet of putting right there where the other baskets was, like putting like.
Okay, so it sounds like you had some different tasks to do there. You did some bagging, you put some of the drinks in the cooler, you pushed some of the carts in the parking lot, and then you mentioned that they really liked you and they were very friendly at Ideal Mart. All righty. So what was the most exciting part of the program, the Paycheck program? What was the most exciting part to you?
Most exciting. Most exciting part. What was my exciting part? I was happy that I got to get the job.
Getting a job, that was the most exciting part?
Yeah.
Yes, that is the most rewarding part. That is so great to hear, Dorian. And I'm so happy that you were able to do your internship along with finding full-time employment. So now that we're talking about full-time employment, let's talk about Big Lots, where you work now. How do you like it at Big Lots?
I like it over there. They be crazy about me over there.
They crazy about you over there.
Yeah.
That must mean you're doing an awesome job.
Yeah.
I love to see the big smile when you talk about your employment now. That's our goal. Well, thank you for speaking with me today, Dorian. We really appreciate it. Continue doing great at Big Lots. We want you to succeed and do everything you're supposed to do, okay?
That was great. All right, so next we're going to talk about our last participant that we're speaking of, and this is Carter, and he is a student that's on my caseload. So Carter has an interest in working in childcare, early childhood type work. So upon entering into the program, the first classes he took were first aid, which is really important when working with children, sign language, college and career success skills. He's registered for classes this fall, and he is going to be taking development of young children, which is a prerequisite for the early childhood certificate that Delgado offers. That's really exciting, and he's really looking forward to it. And he's also taking academic literacy. So some work in life skills training that Carter worked on while being in the program was enrolling in post-secondary education, creating a resume, navigating transportation options, and self-advocacy. Carter actually has a driver's license, and so he kind of worked with his transition specialist, figuring out how and where he felt comfortable driving. And so that was really important for him. He doesn't necessarily want to drive everywhere, but there are things that he feels like he can do. So speaking up for himself in that way is really important for him. And for career exploration, an example of what he did for a job shadowing, he went to the LSU Early Learning Center, and he was able to observe a teacher working with really young children and seeing what they do. And he learned a lot about that experience, which we'll hear him talk a bit more about. And for his first internship, he was an aftercare assistant at Kehoe, France. And he was working with, I believe they were kindergarten to third graders, and he really enjoyed that. He had tons of fun. And he's really looking forward to his next internship, which we are looking for currently. I also did a video interview of him talking about his experience at Paycheck. So we are going to watch that. So I hope you enjoy it.
Hey, Carter.
Hi.
Cool. All right. So first question is, how was your experience taking classes at Delgado?
Well, when it comes to taking classes, I am very satisfied that I don't have to have too much pressure on me, because honestly, starting off with a bunch of classes is a little stressful for your first year or two. So I kind of like taking the classes in chunks, and also it is nice to kind of have you don't have to take a certain class a certain year. So I was able to take one class without having a prerequisite or an exam I had to take, and I got to kind of have freedom in deciding what classes I wanted. So I got to decide if I wanted to keep going in that field or try something different.
And then what kind of things did you learn in the community to help you get a job or an internship?
Well, it's always good to keep your eyes and ears open for opportunities, because also you can also use the internet to search for jobs in certain areas, and you can also find people to talk to if you want to fill out for a job application or get hired.
What did you learn at your work site visits and your job shadowing visits?
Okay, so I took my first internship at Kehoe, France as an aftercare worker. And I did working with the kids. They were a lot of fun. And I did like how I wasn't the only one working, because there was at least 15 kids of all different ages. So it was kind of good to have someone else there to work, so I wouldn't have to do everything myself.
And then what about your job shadowing? Remember, you went to the Early Learning Center, and what did you learn from the good and the bad? What did you learn when you were there that made you say,
when it comes to good, it's good to kind of since I might try to maybe look into this field of work, is because it's kind of nice how you can see how different age groups of children kind of work, because the ones at Kehoe were more kindergarten through third grade, and these were more toddler aged. So it was kind of nice to kind of see how caring for them is different than caring for an older kid.
Yeah, and also realizing that, oh, maybe I prefer this over this, right? You learned that.
Because you might like a certain age range better than another.
Yeah.
So I guess it was kind of good to kind of see what working with a toddler would look like.
So how has your life changed since being a part of Paycheck? Or what is something you can do now that maybe you weren't able to do before, or you didn't know you could do before?
Okay. Well, Paycheck has definitely helped me in the fact that it helps me feel better about looking for a job, because at first when I first started college, I was not sure about how jobs were going to work out for me, because I have autism and I get anxious in certain situations like that, and so I needed like help from them to help me like find the right way to go.
Yeah, definitely. That's great. That's a great answer. And this is my last question. Okay. So what was the most exciting thing about the program? Like your favorite part?
Well, I think my favorite part is actually working with the counselors. Like if I ever had like a problem with an assignment or a due date, they would always be like the first people I would go to.
Thank you so much.
Great. Okay, so moving on. Here are the ways that you can get involved in Paycheck. So we are currently seeking new participants. We are looking for school district partners, as well as employers who want to hire our interns.
Yeah, we're still recruiting students. Where we have openings in the greater New Orleans area, St. Bernard, and on the North Shore. Any student with an IEP or 504 plan between ages 18 to 22 will qualify. We encourage people to start when they're 17, just so we can get the transition services started as soon as possible. Right here, you'll see a QR code. That's a link to our pre-application. You can submit that. It'll go to our program director, and they will get back to you with a full application, and you can continue on that process of having you or one of your family members involved in our program.
We also have school partnerships available. So if you're an educator, administrator, staff, and you would like to bring our program to your school district, please email Sue Killam, and her email is on the screen. And if you just want more information about it, you can use the QR code that is on the screen as well, and it'll bring you to our webpage. So there's also employer opportunities. So if you want to become a community partner that shows a commitment to diversity and inclusion, please feel free to use the QR code for more info or to sign up. There are various opportunities available, such as worksite visits, job shadowing, paid internships, and even job placements.
Thank you so much for listening to us talk about the Paycheck program and hearing us talk about our students who are wonderful. And here are some QR codes to our social media accounts. Please follow them. We post a lot of really good content about the students, as well as some of our employer partners. We love spotlighting them as well. And then there's also a QR code to our website where you can find all of information, as well as all of our emails. You can reach out to us with any questions at all, and we'll answer you as soon as we can.
Thank you guys so much. Are y'all willing to listen to some questions and comments?
Yes, definitely.
Certainly.
Okay, let's see. Scroll down. Okay, so Charlie Michelle said, love the concept of the program, and everyone had really good information to share, but hearing from the actual participants in the program added a level of credibility that would have otherwise not been present. I love seeing programs like this that address the potential in those who have previously been overlooked. It truly makes their lives and society stronger because of their participation in the workforce. And that ends Charlie's comment there, and I totally agree. I want to meet all of these, all of your participants. They were just seem like the coolest young people, and really, as they were speaking, I was thinking, wow, employers really need to scoop them up, and their students with their potential all over. And so, yeah, it's really great. Charlie also said, can you provide the contact information, which you did. And then John Schweitzer says, you're all doing great work.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Happy we can do it. So yeah, if you know anybody that is eligible for our program, like we said, we have openings. We're happy to do whatever we can, even if you're not sure if it'll work out or not. We'll direct you to the people that can help you. So yeah, our contact information is in the chat. If you want to speak with any of us, you could see all of our contact information on the website. Feel free to reach out and we'll help you however we can.
Yes.
And I just have go ahead.
I was just saying, and if you know any business owners in the New Orleans area or North Shore area that would love to, just learn more information about what we do, please feel free to give them our contact information, and just follow us on social media just to kind of keep up with all the great things that we're doing.
And so whenever you talk about the students 18 to 22, those are students who are still in K-12 program because they have an IEP or 504 plan. But if they are students in those, do they have to be in like Orleans Parish School District, St. Bernard Parish School District, St. Tammany Parish School District? Was that can y'all explain that a little bit more? Like, do they have to be a part of a school system and then connect with the school system?
Yes.
You guys?
They have to be a student or enrolled in some sort of either high school or post-secondary school. That's the only way that LRS approves the pre-eds transition services for us. If they're not a student, they would have to go through another avenue through LRS, but aged 18 to 22, as long as you're a student with IEP or 504 plan, you can be a part of our program.
But it's just in those parishes. Is that based on the school district, or is that based on just your service capacity, your service area?
Anywhere in Louisiana can technically receive those transition services. However, our program is only in St. Bernard, New Orleans, and the North Shore area. However, if we were able to partner with the school system, then we would definitely hire more transition specialists and go where we're needed.
And if you're in an area that it's not there, Jolie can actually drop Sue Killam's email address, and you can email her about just kind of expanding our program to other areas and school districts.
Yeah.
So can you explain a little bit more? What is your role? The student connects with you guys, the paycheck, and then what is your role in connecting with the school district? Do y'all have some type of contract with those school districts in those areas that you're currently in?
Sometimes we have contracts with them, yes. Sometimes school systems will, I believe St. Bernard or Jefferson Parish School Systems has a contract with us right now. And they allocate a certain amount of money for our services through the school system. So that's kind of leaving, I'm pretty sure Carmel can talk more about this, I think, but I'm pretty sure whenever we sign a contract, LRS isn't involved in the payment. It comes from the school boards, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So you need school districts. If people want to see this expanded to their areas, because I think I'm seeing some comments, they really need to get with you guys, get with their school districts. All of that's part of the process.
And that's kind of why we want school districts to reach out to us, because we want to expand. We just kind of have to get that started. I mean, if someone's like from a school district that we don't currently work with, we can make it happen. It's just, we just need the need, I guess. like we have a student in St. Bernard Parish coming in in the fall, and he's the only one. And so we kind of made that happen. You know, the mom, the family, we all worked with the school district to try and get them to allow them to join the program. And we made it happen, which was really great. So we know we can do it. So just if you are from somewhere else, reach out and we'll do everything we can to make sure you can get in.
So Mary Jacobs said, if you're interested in school or teachers say you're not a good fit, call and talk to them, which I guess she means you guys, Paycheck. Also contact Family 7 Families of Greater New Orleans, and they're willing to help with the process.
I know Miss Sue, our director, has certainly talked to Families Helping Families.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we have. Are there any other LSU campuses looking to integrate? I'm not sure about that, Tamara. I'm not sure if any other LSU campuses are looking to integrate. I would love to see a Baton Rouge paycheck program, but it just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Are your programs, are they typically you're engaged on the post-secondary level? Is it typically you have been with community or technical colleges?
Yes, that's the goal.
Okay.
Right now on the North Shore, we haven't, because it's been a pilot program for the last year, we haven't started with community colleges yet. I do have a student this semester that will be at North Shore Technical Community College though, and we're trying to integrate the program there. Delgado would be the main campus for the paycheck program in New Orleans. We're hoping that North Shore Technical Community College would be the main campus for the paycheck program on the North Shore. But right now we're just in high schools. We're just at St. Paul's, and then we're about to get into St. Tammany Parish schools like Mandeville and Fountain Blue.
And so Tamara also asks, how does this work with those on waivers? And she's referring to Medicaid waivers, like now waivers or Children's Choice.
We have a couple students. We have a couple students that are on waivers. Our only requirement is that they have an IEP or 504 plan.
Okay, and then John Schweitzer says apprenticeships are great programmatic effort to coordinate between Louisiana Rehabilitation Services, Workforce Commission, and the Department of Education. Great program today. Keep it up.
That's actually one of my professors from college. So hi, Mrs. Schweitzer.
Okay, and that's all of our questions. We really appreciate your presentation and certainly appreciate the work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you.
Thanks.